All praise to the Most High, AHAYAH, and to his son, AHAYAH'S, Messiah, AHAYAH. This is Brother Holly with the second Spirit of Truth broadcast here on the AHAYAH'S channel, as well as the House of AHAYAH channel on this set-apart Sabbath day. First and foremost, as always, I'd like to give all glory, praise, and honor to the great I am, he who is, was, and is to come, the Almighty One, AHAYAH, and to his son, AHAYAH'S, Messiah, who gave himself for us that we might have life, and that life is in him, AHAYAH. Now, in this second broadcast, we're going to continue with our theme, talking about the priesthood, talking about what the priest should do, talking about those who stand in pulpits all over the world, stand before the people with the books open. We're going to talk about your role. We're going to talk about what you're supposed to do in light of the Torah, and we're going to show from the scriptures that your responsibilities are to be faithful until the end, not teaching things you ought not for filthy lucre's sake, but speaking the truth in love, you may be able to edify and to set free those who are bound in transgression and sin. All praises. We'll be reading from his word, Hebrew. You know we can't say that word. Scriptures, 400 years of slavery version. And we'll be reading the Testament of Levi, found in the Apocrypha books. If you're not familiar with the Testaments of the Patriarchs, it is a part of the Apocrypha, expanded Apocrypha, not your standard Apocrypha. But if you get your hands on an expanded Apocrypha or a pseudepigrapha, I can never say that word without spitting, then you can see the Testaments of the Patriarchs. All 12 sons of Jacob have scriptures that they wrote or were wrote by some of their descendants, and they are found in this compilation. I believe that the Testaments of the Patriarchs were found amongst the Dead Sea Scrolls, if I'm not mistaken. So they carry a lot of weight and validity, especially amongst people like myself of the Hebraic faith. If you are a Constantine Christian or fresh out of Constantine Christendom, and your eyes have been open to the truth of who you are and who your fathers are and forefathers were, as it was, then this is your first round with the Hebraic faith. Welcome, welcome, welcome home. Welcome home, Jacob. We've missed you. This is a call to all 12 tribes worldwide. Return unto your most high power, and he shall return unto you. All praises. We'll be reading from the Testament of Levi, chapter 14. Let's start reading at verse 1. If you have it, read along. It says, therefore, my brethren, this is the Testament of Levi, chapter 14, verse 1. Therefore, my brethren, I know from the book of Enoch that at the end of the ages you will transgress against Yahweh, stretching out your hands to wickedness against him, and to all the Gentiles shall ye become a scorn. Will you highlight? Even back then, when it was prophesying about the times we now live in now, that in particular, in this particular rendition from the Apocrypha, it's not just talking about what the tribe of Levi is going to do in singularity. No, all of Yasha'Allah follow this same course of rebelling against the Most High and becoming a scorn unto the Gentiles. See, we're not to be out evangelizing the Gentiles. No, we're to be a light in a dark place. The Gentiles are the dogs. And the Messiah told us not to give that which is holy. And the covenant is holy. The word is holy. The commandments are holy. Not to give that which is holy unto the dogs. So don't cast your pearls before swine, nor give that which is holy unto the dogs. He wasn't talking about Canaanites. He was talking about Canaanites. All praises. I'll read it again. Testament of Levi 14:1. Therefore, my brethren, I know from the book of Enoch that in the end of the ages you will transgress against Yahweh, stretching out your hands to wickedness against him, and to all the Gentiles shall ye be a scorn. For our father Jacob is pure from the transgression of the high priest, chief priests who shall lay their hands upon the Savior of the world. My sons, as the heaven is pure in Yahweh's sight than the earth, so also be ye the lights of Yasha'Allah purer than all the Gentiles will you highlight. Did not the Apostle Saul say unto the pure, all things are pure? We're called to walk in holiness. We're called to walk in purity. We're called to be wearers of white, not only symbolically, but in our spirit as well. There are white robes waiting for you who are clean of heart. If you are clean, escape from the pollution of this world through the knowledge of AHAYAH'S Messiah, there's a warning for you not to be entangled again. Not to be a washed pig that goes back and wallows in the mud. Don't go back to shrimp, crab, and lobster, dogs, hogs, and frog eating. Don't go back to Sabbath breaking. Don't go back to profanation in your relationships by rubbing up on strange women. We're going to read about that in a moment. Yeah, I'm still talking about it. Matter of fact, we're going to be talking about it until y'all start acting straight. I've said in a previous broadcast, the Passport brothers are hurting the whole body. Hurting the whole body of Yasha'Allah. How so, Brother Holly? Well, it says in the book of Jubilees, if one of us is lined up with strange women, that is going to bring trouble upon all of us. Matter of fact, the brethren that work with me on these broadcasts to remind me to do things, my deacons out there, remind me to do a teaching from Jubilees on why we should leave strange women alone. Thank you, Deek. If you watch the broadcast, you see this broadcast, put in the comment section, Brother Holly, do the teaching from Jubilees on strange women. Yes, sir. Thank you, Deek. Appreciate you. And if AHAYAH wills it to be so in the near term, maybe next week, if AHAYAH wills it to be so and I live and his son Terry, we'll talk about that from the book of Jubilees. But we're in the testament of Levi today. I'll read it again. Testament of Levi 14:3. My sons, as the heaven is purer in Yahweh's sight than the earth, so also ye be the lights of Yasha'Allah, purer than all the Gentiles. But if ye be darkened through transgressions, what therefore will all the Gentiles do living in blindness? Yea, ye shall bring a curse upon our family, because the light of the Torah, which was given for to lighten every man, this ye desire to destroy, by teaching commandments contrary to the ordinances of AHAYAH. See, you're teaching commandments, all you Torah breakers out there. You're teaching commandments that it's okay to do things that are against Torah. It's okay to marry Becky. It's okay to eat pork. It's okay to put up a Christmas tree. It's okay. No, it's not okay. It never was okay, never will be okay. You bring a reproach on us all with your Torah breaking. You bring a reproach on us all for you showing faithlessness toward Yahweh. It ain't Brother Holly told you to keep the law. Messiah told you to keep the law. It ain't Brother Holly told you to keep Torah. AHAYAH told you to keep Torah. It ain't Brother Holly that leads and guides you in all truth through knowledge of the Torah. It's the set apart spirit that does that. I'm just your brother. I'm just here to remind you what it say. Testament of Levi chapter 14 verse 4 again. But if ye be darkened through transgressions, what therefore will all the Gentiles do living in blindness? Yea, ye shall bring a curse upon our family, because the light of the Torah, which was given for to lighten every man, This ye desire to destroy by teaching commandments contrary to the ordinances of AHAYAH. Verse 5, Testament of Levi 14:5. The offering of Yahweh ye shall rob, and from his portion shall ye steal choice portions, eating them contemptuously with harlots. You're going to take the choice portions and eat them for yourself. With your round away girl. Testament of Levi 14:6. And out of covetousness you shall teach the commandments of Yahweh. Wedded women shall ye pollute, and the virgins of Jerusalem you shall defile. And with harlots and adulteresses shall ye be joined. And the daughters of the Gentiles shall you take to wife, purifying them with an unlawful purification, and your union shall be like unto Sodom and Gomorrah will you highlight. When you take a daughter of the Gentiles for wife, when you take a Becky or a Suquan or a Marisol or a Natasha for wife, if you're a Hebrew man and you take one of these strange women from another nation, from another country, from another culture to wife, you try to sanctify it with an unholy and impure sanctification. And your union is looked upon by a high like Sodom and Gomorrah. Wow. I'll read it again. Testament of Levi 14:6. And out of covetousness ye shall teach the commandments of Yahweh. Wedded women shall ye pollute, and the virgins of Jerusalem ye shall defile. And with harlots and adulteresses shall ye be joined. And the daughters of the Gentiles ye shall take to wife, purifying them with an unlawful purification. And your union shall be like unto Sodom and Gomorrah. Your very wedding, your marriage to them will be like Sodom and Gomorrah, fit for destruction. Wow. And you shall be puffed up because of your priesthood. You're going to be puffed up. You think you all good. I got every right to do this. Lifting yourselves up against men, and not only so, but also against the commands of AHAYAH. Will you highlight? I'm reading Testament of Levi chapter 14. That was verse 7. I read it again. And ye shall be puffed up because of your priesthood, lifting yourselves up against men, not only so, but also against the commands of AHAYAH. For ye shall contempt the holy things with jest and laughter. You should show your contempt for the holy things by laughing about it, by jesting about it. You laughing it off. You showing contempt for the holy things. How many times I got to say today what the Master said, what the Messiah said? Don't give that which is holy unto a dog. You're supposed to be holding all manner of life, but you joining yourself to a dog. You joining yourself to a Gentile dog. Sir, ma'am, brother, sister. You're joining yourself to a dog. To a Gentile dog. You're taking the holy priesthood, what we all been called to. 1 Peter chapter 2, we've all been called in a holy priesthood. You're taking the holy priesthood and making it contemptuous by bringing a dog in for wife, a dog in for husband. Your marriage to them is just like Sodom and Gomorrah in the eyes of the Father. Wow. Testament of Levi chapter 15, verse 1. Therefore the temple which Yahweh shall choose shall be laid waste through your uncleanness. See, this led to the destruction of the temple. And ye shall be captives throughout all nations. Where are you now, Levi? Where you at now, Levi? And please, all you 12 chart brothers, Topham brothers, y'all can miss me with that, man. That's some straight up chicanery, okay? The 12 tribe chart is some straight up chicanery. No, I can tell you what Levi is. I can tell you what Judah is. I can tell you what Naphtali is, what Zebulun is. They're all being oppressed together around the world because they've been scattered to the four corners of the earth. That's where they are. So Levi is here in America. Levi is in the Caribbean. Levi is in the Western Hemisphere. Levi is in the Eastern Hemisphere. Levi is in Sub-Saharan Africa, being oppressed with his brethren. That's what Levi is, being oppressed with his brethren, in captive state, in captivity, having the thumb put on the scale and the knee put on the neck. That's where you at, Levi. Why? Because of the sin you commit and continue to commit. You're supposed to lead us in righteousness. You're supposed to put the Torah in your mouth, Levi, for us all. You're supposed to be for the law and the prophets, Levi. But no, you want Becky. But you taking Becky the wife, you having a marriage like Sodom and Gomorrah, got us all in captivity. Again, the teaching from the Jubilees. We all suffer when any of us walk away from the truth. Wow. Testament of Levi, chapter 15, verse 1. Therefore the temple which AHAYAH shall choose shall be laid waste through your uncleanness, and ye shall be captives throughout all nations, and ye shall be an abomination unto them. Who are them? The Gentiles whom you're among. And ye shall receive reproach and everlasting shame from the righteous judgment of AHAYAH, and all who hate you shall rejoice at your destruction. Listen, they send Becky at you. They send Marisol at you. They know if they can get you to get mixed up with them, they send Duquan at you. They send every Taiwanese woman at you. They send them at you, brother. They come. They tell you, save yourself, black man. Uncondemn yourself, black man. That's what you're doing. You ain't saving yourself by mixing up with them. You're condemning yourself. And they know it. They rejoice at your destruction. It says right here, they rejoice at your destruction. I'll read it again. All who hate you shall rejoice at your destruction. They don't love you. They can't stand you. There's one, I think it's like a lexicon or a concordance that says that a Negro is created in the image of AHAYAH. Wow. It's from the 1800s, this particular reference, and most I will, I'll look it up and talk about it in next week's broadcast. But suffice it to say, the information's out there that the Afro-Hebrew, the Hebrew didn't grow a beard and grow an afro. If a man or a woman can grow an afro, that Hebrew, that the one who's a descendant of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob in the earth, that person is hated everywhere. Everywhere they are. Because you're the only one in the image of the Almighty. All praises. I'll continue. And ye shall be an abomination unto them, and ye shall receive reproach and everlasting shame from the righteous judgment of AHAYAH. This is Testament of Levi, chapter 15, verse 2, Testament of Levi, chapter 15, verse 3, and all who hate you shall rejoice at your destruction. And if you were not to receive mercy through Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, our fathers, not one of our seed shall be left upon the earth. The only reason that there are any of us left, ain't that many of us. There's only a handful of us left, because of the mercy that the Most High swore he would show to the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. All praises. The only reason I'm still here is because the Most High has a covenant with my forefathers and with me through them. That's the only reason I'm still here. The heathens tried to kill me half dozen times, if not a dozen times. But I'm still here. At least I made it another week. All praises. And most high willing, maybe I'll make it a next week and we can continue. All praises. Let's keep going. Testament of Levi chapter 16 verse 1. And now I have learnt that for 70 weeks ye shall go astray and profane the priesthood and pollute the sacrifices. And ye shall make void the Torah and set at naught the words of the prophets by evil perverseness. Ain't that what this is all about? Ain't that what that brother that I was talking to in the first broadcast? I'm still talking to you, bro. If you tune in for the second broadcast, I'm still with you. You made void the Torah by your evil perverseness, by your gotta have a Becky. Torah tell you not to be with her. We just read in here not to wed with her. That a wedding with her, a marriage with her, is like Sodom and Gomorrah in the eyes of the Most High. Now we read that it's perverseness. Let's keep going. Testament of Levi, chapter 16, verse 2. And ye shall make void the Torah, and set at naught the words of the prophets by evil perverseness, and ye shall persecute righteous men and hate the godly. The words of the faithful you shall abhor. Will you highlight? See, that's why y'all upset with me today, bruh. That's why you're here trolling. Yeah. All I told you is what the prophet said. All I told you is what Torah said. All I told you is what the Messiah said. All I told you is what his apostles said. And you already told me you got a whole segment plan for me. Okay. I'll read it again, bro. Why you doing that? And you shall make void the Torah, number 1, and set at naught the words of the prophets, number 2, by evil perverseness. Yep. And you shall persecute righteous men and hate the godly, and the words of the faithful you shall abhor. And a man who renewed the Torah in the power of the Most High, you shall call a deceiver. You're all over these YouTube streets calling me a deceiver. And I'm reading from the book. I'll read it again, man. What you gonna do? This is Testament of Levi, chapter 16, verse 3. And a man who renews the Torah in the power of the Most High, ye shall call a deceiver. Has that not what I've been doing all day, children? Put in the comment section, I love the law of AHAYAH. If you love the law of AHAYAH, put a 1 in the comment section. I'm going to put 1 in myself. See, I renew Torah compliance. But this brother and those of his ilk, they call me a deceiver. And all I'm doing is reading from the book. I'm making it plain, putting it on tables, bro. That you may run with the vision. Woo! Testament of Levi 16:3. And a man who renews the Torah in the power of the Most High, ye shall call a deceiver, and at last ye shall rush upon him to slay him, not knowing his dignity, taking innocent blood through wickedness upon your heads. And your holy places shall be laid waste even to the ground because of him. And ye shall have no place that is clean, but ye shall be among the Gentiles a curse and a dispersion, until he shall again visit you, and in pity shall receive you through faith and water. Will you highlight? Yeah, this righteous man that renewed the Torah, that's going to come again and visit you. The one that was called a deceiver. I ain't the first one to be called a deceiver. They called the Messiah a deceiver. They shed his innocent blood. Did they not say of him, may his blood be upon us and our children? They killed the just one. The apostle Peter, Kepha, preached that in Acts chapter 5. You killed the just one. I'll read it again. And a man who renews the Torah, this is, Testament of Levi, chapter 16, verse 3. And a man who renews the Torah in the power of the Most High, ye shall call a deceiver, and at the last you shall rush upon him to slay him, not knowing his dignity, taking innocent blood through wickedness upon your heads, and your holy places shall be laid waste even to the ground because of him. Yep, because you killed the Messiah, you lost your temple. And you shall have no place that is clean, and you shall be among the Gentiles, a curse and a dispersion, until he shall again visit you, and in pity shall receive you through faith and water. Now let's skip over to Testament of Levi 18, starting in verse 1. And after their punishment shall have come from AHAYAH, the priesthood shall fail. Then shall AHAYAH raise up a new priest, talking about the Messiah, and to him all the words of AHAYAH shall be revealed, and he shall execute a righteous judgment upon the earth for a multitude of days, and his star shall arise in the heaven as of a king, lightening up the light of knowledge as the sun the day, and he shall be magnified in the world, and he shall shine forth as the sun on the earth, and he shall remove all darkness from under heaven, and there shall be shalom in all the earth. The heavens shall exult in his days, and the earth shall be glad, and the clouds shall rejoice, and the knowledge of Yahweh shall be poured forth upon the earth as the water of the sea. And the angels of the glory of the presence of Yahweh shall be glad in him. The heavens shall be opened, and from the temple of glory shall come upon him sanctification, with the Father's voice, as from Abraham to Isaac will your highlight. This is Testament of Levi, chapter 18. I've read all the way down to verse 6. Let's keep going. Verse 7, chapter 18, verse 7 of the Testament of Levi. And the glory of the Most High shall be uttered over him, and the ruach of understanding and sanctification shall rest upon him in the water, and he shall give the majesty of Yahweh to his sons in truth forevermore, and there shall none succeed him for all generations and forever. And in his priesthood the Gentiles shall be multiplied in knowledge upon the earth, and enlightened through the grace of Yahweh. In his priesthood shall sin come to an end, and the lawless shall cease to do evil, and the just shall rest in him. And he shall open the gates of the Garden of Eden, and shall remove the threatening sword against Adam. And he shall give to his saints to eat from the tree of life, and the ruach of holiness shall be upon him. Will you highlight? Revelation. Hold your place if you got it in the Testament of Levi chapter 18. Let's go to Revelation. Let's see who get to eat from the tree of life. He said he's going to give his saints to eat from the tree of life. Let's see what qualifies you for some tree of life. Some tree of life eats. Revelation 22, verse 14. Blessed are they that do his commandments, that they may have right to the tree of life and may enter in through the gates into the city. It's keeping Torah that gives you a right to the tree of life. It says here in Testament of Levi chapter 18 that the Messiah, when he come again, he going to give his saints access to the tree of life. Let's read it. Testament of Levi 18:11 again. And he shall give to the saints to eat from the tree of life, and the ruach of holiness shall be upon them, and Baal shall be bound by him, and he shall give power to his children to tread upon the evil spirits. And Yahweh shall rejoice in his children, and be well pleased in his beloved ones forever. Then shall Abraham and Isaac and Jacob exult, and I will be glad, and all the saints shall be clothed themselves with joy with Yah. We know who the saints are in Psalms, I believe it's 147. The saints are the ones who have been joined unto Yahweh through sacrifice. Ain't but one group of people on the planet ever had a covenant that had a sacrifice that they could give that would be satisfied and satisfactory in the eyes of Yahweh. That one group of people would be the descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the 12 tribes worldwide. We are the people to whom Messiah will come. We are the people to whom Messiah will come again. Keep the commandments and live. Cease from do evil. Learn to do good. Amend your ways, for the kingdom of AHAYAH is at hand. All praises to the Most High AHAYAH and to his Son, AHAYAH'S Messiah, AHAYAH'S.